Okay, the live stream has started.
So we are anticipating Dr. Wartret will join. I see Dr. Ars is on. Maybe we want to give it another minute or two.
Okay, you just let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, I always thought that doctors had a 10-minute wait period. So we really cut Dr. Ars short on my account last meeting. But anyway, just a couple of minutes for Dr. Wartret, because I know that he was finishing up another meeting. Wherever in the world Dr. Wartret may be.
Wherever he may be.
I am on with Merity right now to Dr. Wartrek's having a little technical issue, so we're trying to get him in right now.
Dr. Gaze, do we have Corey Wheeler?
Yes, she's in the attendee waiting area.
Gotcha.
Several people over there. Dr. Wartret has joined, by the way.
Gotcha.
I'm here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry about not being at the last meeting.
Good morning.
You didn't miss much. And now that Ed seems to be leaving his desk, I say that you start right now. Sure.
Okay, we'll do. Come back, Ed. Good morning. As Chair of the Florida Virtual School Board of Trustees, I will call to order this special meeting of the board. Because we received opening and closing comments from board members, the CEO and the General Counsel during our agenda review workshop earlier this morning, please note that I will not call for additional comments during this special meeting. With that stated, let us proceed with the roll call. Mr. Moore, will you please call the roll?
Yes, Ms. Linda Ryder.
Here.
Dr. Tony Arsa,
Here.
Ms. Erin Huntley,
Here.
Mr. Rob Canarins. Mr. Canarins? Come back. Mr. Ed Pasquale,
Here.
Ms.
Cornell.
Radcliffe,
Here.
and Dr. John Wattrett.
Here.
And again, Mr. Robert Canarins.
Cornell is here and he's not on mute, but he's having some technical difficulty, it seems, with the audio.
Okay.
Can you hear me? No?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
No?
yes,
Yes.
You can hear me now?
yes.
Okay. I've had this glitch. IT can't fix it. I gotta go in, switch speakers back and forth. I don't.
I think that counts for a here from.
Okay, I was just going to ask you. Okay, thank you. Next, the board will receive public comment. Before we begin, I would ask speakers to observe the following ground rules pursuant to the board's bylaws. As set forth in the published notice for this meeting, speakers for the public comment portion of this meeting must be connected with the operator no later than the published start time of this meeting. Public comments should be pertinent to board agenda items. Each speaker is limited to a 2-minute comment period and cannot yield time to another speaker. If the speaker runs out of time, they are free to submit the remainder of their comments in writing. Speakers must state their first and last name for the record before delivering their comments. Please refrain from comments or behavior that will cause a disruption to the orderly conduct of this meeting. Speakers may ask questions, but please know that board members and FLVS officials are not required to respond. Rather, it is their prerogative to respond. Further, any such responses will be delivered after the public comment period. Any speaker who does not comply with these ground rules may be subject to a warning and potential removal from the meeting. Finally, speakers should note that this meeting, including the public comment period, is being recorded. Thank you. Operator, are there any members of the public who have called in and wish to speak to the board?
There are no caller on the queue now.
Thank you. This concludes the public comment period. The board will now proceed with its discussion agenda item at section 3 of our agenda. Dr. Dagada.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mhm.
So at its meeting back in June of 2023, the board approved our CEO, Dr. Alguez's third amended contract for employment that provided for an expiration of September 30, 2025. That is our next quarterly meeting date. That date was set to coincide with Dr. Alguez's deferred retirement option plan, drop, as it is known, the termination date of which was September 30, 2025, pursuant to Chapter 121 of the Florida statutes, which governs the Florida Retirement System, FRS. After the board's June 2023 meeting, Dr. Alguez received from FRS an extension to his drop period through June 30, 2026. That is known as the school year extension. So we wanted to place before the board a fourth amended contract for its action ahead of the September 30 meeting. Attached to this agenda item is the proposed draft fourth amended contract for the board's consideration to establish the CEO's annual base salary and to memorialize the extension up through June 30 of 2026, now that it was authorized by FRS. To guide the board's deliberations regarding the annual base salary, a comp study has been attached as well as Exhibit B. This fourth amended contract was developed in consultation, of course, with our CEO, the Office of General Counsel, and outside special counsel for FLVS. I have thoroughly vetted and reviewed the fourth amended contract on behalf of the board. And I find that it's legally sound and consistent with applicable board policies, laws, and regulations pertaining to FLVS. Our CEO has also had the opportunity to consult with his own legal counsel and supports the proposed contract as well. So the board has in front of it 2 recommendations on this agenda item. Number 1 is to authorize and approve the execution of the fourth amended contract, which is attached as Exhibit A. The second action is to establish the CEO's base salary in the fourth amended contract. Obviously, the comp study has a range of options, and you can read it for yourself. I note that the median provided in the private space where similarly sized organizations with similar budgets for its corporate undertakings, such as what we do in FlexPoint, that is the development, marketing, and sale of courseware and LMS licenses. That is at 487. The median is 487, somewhere around there, 487,274. The public sector K-12 secondary schools with similar budgets, similar size, the median is shown at 418,846. We have, for the board's consultation, we have Ms. Corey Wheeler to walk you through anything on the comp study, should you have any questions related to that. So I will return the floor back to you, Madam Chair, and of course, I stand by for any questions the board might have of me.
What is the current salary of Dr. Algies?
So that is 283, Dr. Algaze.
283, 250, is that good?
Yeah, I know I put it in my email, yep.
Sounds about right. I'd have to go double check.
Yeah, it's 283, 250.
Mm-hmm.
And are there bonuses as well on top of that?
No,
There are no bonuses. What I would suggest,
I'm just
member-
asking that start. I just wanted to understand what he was making now. That's all.
I got you. So if we can just take the 2 steps, Madam Chair.
Yeah,
then
okay.
we can open that up to a more fulsome discussion.
Okay. Thank you. Board members, are there any questions for Dr. Doggett? I guess that's going to wait. But there are any questions just for the first part of our motion to approve the contract? Okay, thank you. Board members, is there a motion to adopt the recommended action number 1, which states to approve and authorize execution of the fourth amended contract, the form and substance of which shall be the same or substantially similar to that which is attached hereto as Exhibit A?
So
Motion
moved.
to accept.
Yes. What was that? Yeah, was that a motion?
Motion.
Okay, thank you.
And then I think I heard a second from Board Member Huntley.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Board members, is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries for recommended action number 1. Next, we turn to recommended action number 2, which asks the board to establish the CEO's annual base salary in the fourth amended contract. Before I call for a motion, let's open discussion regarding an amount. Now, we can start a discussion. Does anybody want to begin a discussion on amount?
I'd like to start with 1 billion.
You should have gone for 2 while you had the floor.
I'm looking at it and looking across the raises in higher education. I would recommend a 7 or 8% raise.
Mhm.
And can you tell me the amount of that? Because
Anywhere between 20 to 25,000.
Okay, I'm gonna probably start something that's gonna be a bigger discussion, but let me just put it out there because I kind of feel strongly about this. So I think with Dr. Algaze in this organization, it's very hard to do apples to apples because there's not a whole lot of organizations that do both education and corporate. So there's no place to actually look and say they're making this and they're making this. He does more than an educate. And I'm sorry we're talking about you. You're sitting here, but he does. It's more than education. There's also a corporate end. So I feel like we started this low with him when he first came on, and we need to kind of catch up. There's numbers that we can go over, like how much the corporate end has gone up since he's been in, performance of our students, teacher retention, all the good things that have happened while he's been CEO. And actually, I mean, don't anybody fall off their chair, but I'm actually going more to the $320,000 range to get him up to industry standards and what he deserves. So I'm putting that out there because I know that's going to start a discussion, but that's my personal feeling and why I feel like that. Dr. Doggett, we talked about this a lot. So if there's anything that you want to, things that I said to you or that, we talked about that you can clarify more, you're much more eloquent than I am. So,
That's a very sad thing indeed that you perceive yourselves like that. So look, Dr. Wartret, just so everybody knows, if I did the calculation correctly, that would come out to 308,000. Okay.
Correct.
And
Correct.
you just mentioned, Madam Chair, what number? I'm sorry.
320. I'm up at 320.
We have a $12,000 spread. And what we're looking at is just for a motion to establish the number. You have before you, like I said, the comp study, and it is very tough to settle in on a figure where what we're trying to do is to establish a reasonable base salary in this day and age. And of course, you're informed by the past 5-6 years with Dr. Algaze and the growth of our FlexPoint operation, along with enrollments and so on and so forth. So it's just a reasonable number based on the figures there. Somewhere, I would say, because you've got a recommendation internally that's consistent with raises historically given in the past that settle in, I would probably say at the 312 area, 311, whatever it is that's on the
I have a
recommendation.
view, David, if I can. I would second Dr. Wettrick's number and motion. I think that it is not necessarily what I think the excellent job that Dr. A has done. It is where he is now and where higher and education generally has gone over the last year or two with raises. I don't remember. I think we have to keep in mind the board's fiduciary duty. This is public money. It is not private money. It is public money. We're a pseudo-governmental entity. And the problem with that is that we're going to be subject to a real scrutiny. This is not a private entity. It is a public entity. And because of that marketplace, I think Dr. Wattrett's recommendation of 308 is probably well within the range. I don't think we should it is tough for us to justify where he is to any really more than that, given where we are. I'm uncomfortable with it being anything north of that because of the public nature of this. And again, I can't tell you how much respect I have for the work that Dr. A has done. I just think that given the context of where we are, the public nature of this entity, and our obligations to handle public funds more delicately than if we were sitting in a private board meeting in a private corporation. We are not a private corporation. And so I'm comfortable with what Dr. Watrette has proposed.
And if I could jump on the back of what was what I was saying, not actually jump on his back, but no, the thing that I think is I also agree that at the end of the day, it's not our money, right? It's the taxpayers' money, and that comes with a level of responsibility. And it's easy, I think, for us to sit here and say, yeah, let's we'd love to give him the most that we could, right, because of the quality of work that he's done. But I think that obviously I do think it's justified that we increase what he's making. I think Dr. Watrette's number is fitting, and he's done a tremendous job. I agree also with what Board Member Pusawali said about this moment in time. We have to be aware of what's happening federal level, state level, and that means that there's a lot of budget cuts happening all around this country. And in that context, we have to kind of just keep an eye on what's happening more globally, because these dollars are the dollars of the taxpayers, and making sure we're investing them in a way that shows good stewardship of what they've entrusted to us. So I also agree with the 308 number.
Rob, I see you have your hand raised.
Yeah, my mic on? You hear me?
Yes.
All right, finally. So I'm more in Linda's camp. I look at, when I always look at somebody at this level, I look at what would it take if we had to go out and rehire him. And I know that he's not going anywhere, but that shouldn't make us any different on what we pay our people, whether private or government. So I think when on my one-on-ones, I understand that there's been up to 10% in this organization. Is that a correct number, David?
Yes, anywhere between 10 and 25, I believe.
What?
Percent?
No, the
Percent?
increase.
Oh, 10% increase, yes.
That's
Corey,
that's
please
been
correct
done in
me.
the past in this organization, correct?
Yes, from what I understand, yep.
That's what we were told on the one-on-one. So
Yep.
I'm more, if we had to replace them, we would probably not even be able to start at that number, and we'd have to pay more, and recruiting fees and everything else goes along with it. So I think we're in line with a government agency. It's been done in the past 10%, and it's getting closer to where his real worth is, and I still don't think that's enough.
I question the fact that 10% raise across, especially in education. I haven't seen it as high as that. So that's just my comments.
Could someone verify they told me that in my one-on-one?
And what is that amount with the 10%?
So that's what I'm just putting together.
And while people look up that, the only thing that I would say is that just because something has been done before doesn't make it right or wrong, right? I mean, so even if it has historically been done, we have to ask ourselves, is it right? I agree with you. Obviously, I think that Dr. A has done tremendous work, but I don't think the argument should be just because it's been done before.
No, I'm just telling you, I'm addressing
That it can be done.
it can be done, and I still think it's way below what he's, what the value of that position, not only him, which is doing excellent, but even the replacement of that position, that you're responsible for $500 million in revenue and making it profitable and so many things you're responsible for. I just think from what I looked at the mediums and everything else in the charts, I still think it's
Yeah.
below.
We're below
what
the
I-
medians.
What I'd like to do is, can I propose, can we take a look at those charts? Because I know that we had reviewed those before when we had the one-on-one conversations, and I completely agree. It's undeniable the work and the performance of Dr. Algaze. I also know that we do have a responsibility towards stewardship with government funds, but I'm just wondering if we could land somewhere in the middle and still have it be something that is, you know, that is acceptable and that is, you know, justifiable as a board. Because I do know that he was falling well below the range when we had looked at those numbers, and I can't see them here, and for some reason I can't find them on my email, but just, you know, something that is gonna you know, and I'm just thinking also as obviously that as he nears retirement, that these are, you know, just things that can be considered as a board, just considering again the work that he has done in setting this organization up for future growth and continued success, because it really has been, I think, amazing what Dr. Algaze has been able to accomplish, along with obviously everyone on his team. So I don't know. I'm just proposing if we could look at that closely to just see if we could fall somewhere that maybe is not necessarily as high as what Chair Ryder is proposing, but maybe just a bit higher than the 7 or 8%.
So I see that we have Board Member Huntley and our CEO.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Yep.
missed both of them. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know who did it first. So,
Board Member Huntley definitely needs to go first.
okay,
Oh,
okay.
and my apologies, because I didn't even see those hands raised.
I didn't
So
notice. I was
sorry.
looking at this. I was looking. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Erin.
So we have the two proposals here of 320,000 and then 308,250. So if we're talking about the middle there, you know, that's around 314 or so.
315. I was thinking, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't do the exact math because there's a lot going on, but yeah, I was thinking more like a 315 area, if everybody could maybe be happy with that. Dr. Algaze, go for it. It's your turn.
Thank you, Dr. Daggett. It's okay if I speak here?
Of course, yes.
I agree with everything that's been said about how wonderful I am. I agree with members Pasquale, Harza, and Watret that we are a government institution, and whatever the board lands on, I'm more than happy with. And I'm just thankful to be able to work with you all. If for the sake of not having to have the board argue about this, and I know this is not an argument, it's a very healthy discussion, I'm more than willing to go ahead and accept the lower number. Not that it's a low number, it's a very generous number. That was recommended here, and we can move on if you'd like.
That's very nice of you, Dr. Algaze.
So what we're looking at is 308,250. That's the lowest that I heard. 311,575 is the 10% thing. And then 320, and then as Board Member Huntley just mentioned, 314. They're very close.
Close. We're close.
So what we need really is a motion establishing the number, and if there's more discussion after that, that's fine. You can re-up the motion.
I thought Dr. Watret made a motion, and I thought I seconded it. I'm sorry if I misunderstood that.
Oh, I missed.
That's okay.
What was that number? I heard 7 or 8%. I think. Are we going to?
I said between 20 and 25,000, which would be up between a 7 and 8. But actually, the 308,250 would be an 8.8% raise on that. But if there was to go further, I mean, if we went to 310,000, which would be a 26,000 raise, that would be a 9.4% raise.
Dr. Watcher, can you do the 10% just to see where we're at? You seem to be faster than all of us. I think it has something to do with your background.
Being a mathematician, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I had that at 311,575.
That's the 10%.
Yes.
311,575 is straight 10% yet.
Well,
And that's coming from an English.
Trent said 20 to 25. I'd settle it on the 25. That's 8.8, I think he said.
And where would that leave us, the 8.8?
That would be 8.8% raise
What's-
on the
308,250, is that it?
308,250, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I move that number. Just put a motion on the table. We can reject it if you want, but I want to put that forth as a motion and see where we go.
I'll
So
second
the
it.
language would be, I move to establish the annual base salary in the fourth amended contract as $308,250. Is that correct?
Before
Correct.
we do that, just a question, what would 310 be in percentage? I'm just curious.
To 9.4.
Now, how he did that in that quick a time.
I think he did it before. He's cheating.
Okay. So, Mr. Pozzoli, if you wanted to restate it, I can state it again, and you can say so moved, if you'd like.
Go ahead,
So
Dick.
the suggested motion, I move to establish the annual base salary in the fourth amended contract as $308,250.
So moved.
Second. Second.
Now, is there the appropriate thing is to take any additional discussion, Madam Chair, at this point?
Okay, is there any additional discussion?
Yeah, the only thing I'd like to say is that I think that Dr. Algaze's comments before show the kind of public servant he is, and yeah, you know, it is he's done a tremendous job, and as he said, you know, the pay is very, you know, it is generous, but at the same time, he's gone above and beyond what is expected. There are a lot of public officials who arrive in the position that he's in, and you know, they just sit in a chair for a few years. And you know, but instead he's taken this organization in a tremendous direction, and the number that is on the floor does not reflect the value or worth of the work that he's done. And it shows the fact that everyone on this board, including Dr. Algaze himself, is committed to what's best for Florida and the constituents of Florida and state, the taxpayers in Florida. So I just want to acknowledge that.
And I would totally concur with Board Member Arsa's comments there.
Third concurrence in a
Yes.
big.
Fourth, in a great way.
Fifth.
So I'm kind of hearing that we're agreeing, everybody's, well, okay, honestly, I'm not agreeing with this number, but you know, the majority goes on this, and that's just the way it is. So
there's a motion on the floor, which
right,
was seconded, to
right.
establish the annual base salary at $308,250. And that now we'll need to take a vote if discussion is finished.
So is discussion over on that? And anybody? Okay, so
All
is
in favor or opposed is where you pick back up. Yeah.
that's where I was just going to ask you. Okay, all in favor?
I
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the motion to establish the annual base salary carries. All right, thank you, board members. Is there a motion to adjourn? I'm sure everybody's ready.
Madam Chair, if I might.
Oh, yes, please.
I like wasting Board Member Pozzoli's time. But really, I want to commend everyone on this decision and the respectful collaboration, which is totally in sync with the fiduciary duty. It is always a difficult thing to do in this unicorn-like agency that we have here. And it shows me, you know, your open and honest deliberation is to be applauded on this, even for Board Member Pozzoli. Okay, I just said it on the record. So I want to thank everyone for that collaboration and for the work put into this as well by Corey Wheeler and outside counsel.
Thank you. Dr. Algaze, you're up.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. I really do appreciate this. It's an honor and a pleasure to work with you all. And in about 10 months, I'm going to be missing you.
Oh,
You hires me.
we'll be missing you too. And I want to also say that, you know, what your salary is and what you get doesn't always reflect what you've done and who you are. And, you know, that's just my feeling. It's just the, you know, what I think. How do you even put, I don't even know, sure how we're put a number on that but you know, you've done an amazing job and we're all very lucky to have you here. So I just want to put
It's more
that
than
out.
my wife and kids would pay for me, that's for sure.
And thank you to the board. Um, so this concludes the special meeting of the Florida Virtual School Board of Trustees. I want to thank everyone once again for a job well done. I look forward to seeing everyone at our upcoming annual professional learning conference and the September 30th quarterly board meeting. I know that Ms. Radcliffe can't be there this year, and I'm really sorry. I've had a great time with you the last couple of years. And if anybody needs a little push to make sure they're there at Pizzoli, just give me a call and I'll do a little of my guilt and we'll get you there. I hope that I see you all this time, Rob and everybody, because I think you really enjoy it. So looking forward to it.
Madam Chair, if I might, I do see that Board Member Cornarens has the hand raised.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just I want to address, you know, when we were talking about maybe his we weren't going to get Dr. Algaze renewed because of the drop, and we had a contingency plan for that. What is the succession plan for going forward to when Dr. Algaze is gone?
So if I might,
Yes,
Madam Chair.
please.
So
Yes.
I will assure that the board has in front of it proposed pathways to take action on at the September 30 date. My plan is we needed to establish this extension first, the fourth amended contract. So I will place before you, and it will be a matter of public record, options to take and actions, proposed actions as early as the September 30 meeting. And of course, it'll be set as a special meeting. We will have one-on-one deliberations ahead of that and then on the public record.
Yeah, that's very important because we really need time to, you know, train the new incoming
Yeah.
person how bad this board is. So we need some time to beat them up and get them on board.
I think we did a great job today. We never pat ourselves on the back ever, but I think we did a really good job today.
We did, Chair, we did miss the biggest argument for the raise is that we've saddled Dr. Algaze with legal counsel. So, and he's achieved his goals despite that. And so we really do appreciate him on that front. When David spoke, I sort of felt slapped me in the back of the head like I was 5 years old, my dad, sort of a backhanded compliment, but appreciated it. But that said, in all seriousness, look, Dr. Algaze has served and continues to serve with such integrity and leadership. He's taken this organization from when it was somewhat chaotic when he took over to a growth pattern that we can all be proud of, serving students not only in Florida but outside of Florida. And I think that even though it's the last 10 months of his tenure or so, I do want to make sure that we fully appreciate what he's accomplished. The idea around the compensation piece, it takes in a whole other set of considerations, but I do want to make sure that he knows how much we all appreciate him, just the level of work and professionalism. And I wanted to say that in front of the board. I think it's very important.
And I will also say, I mean, as one of the original 4 board members that came on and that's been working with Dr. Algaze from the very beginning, you know, he is very, very professional in what he does and what's been accomplished in these last 4 or 5 years that I've been involved with it is is outstanding. So a great credit to him and a great credit to the organization is ongoing.
Couldn't do it without any of you board members though, so keep that in mind. Don't, like Linda said, you guys are awesome.
I think we were today. I'm just saying.
Every day, every day.
Thank you so
to
much.
put a nice bookend on this, we really do need a motion
Oh,
to adjourn. Yep.
I thought I did that, no?
Well, we didn't take the vote.
Well,
So
I don't want to go
Motion to
anywhere.
adjourn.
Okay, there's a motion. Is there a
All
second?
in favor?
Aye.
I second
Aye.
it. Yep.
Motion carries.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.